And we are live. Hello everyone. Hello Lady Valkyrie. Hello Miran DS19. How is everybody doing? Welcome this fine day, evening, and I guess happy Thanksgiving for whoever's celebrating, right? I guess not this year, but maybe next year, because my wife Susie is American, we might celebrate that as well. Georgia Lupancu, salut. Hello everyone. So, as people are coming in, I just want to say pretty much what's happening this stream and what I'm doing because, well, I've played King Arthur for the last month, right? I'm learning it, I'm seeing what other people say and all that, but I don't have as an extensive knowledge yet of the game to be, you know, confident enough to be like, yes, I'm gonna make the best tier list or whatever. So what I want to do is, I want to actually involve the community, right? So, that's the goal over here. I'm gonna work on the tier list. I'm open to all the feedback. Everybody's, you know, it's welcome to give me feedback, give me suggestions, because at the end of the day, what I want to build is, you know, the best possible that I can with the help of you guys, right? I'm gonna give my input. What I don't know, I'm gonna ask you guys, and hopefully we're gonna get the best thing possible, right? It's gonna be a little bit of white because we're gonna work on this on a spreadsheet. So I just started with obviously putting all the names and pretty much the relics. Just instead of writing Flame, Storm, and Frost, just made the color scheme. Then we're gonna have class, favor, or then overall rating at the beginning, and then I have all the dungeons and most of the areas that I can think of. If there's any other area that you guys think I should add, just let me know in the chat if you're here live, or if you watch this video later, just let me know in the comments down below, right? Let me know in the comments down below, and you know, I'm gonna add it, because again, I'm trying to make the best possible tier list that I can. So my 30 days of experience is not quite enough, and it's a brand new game again for me, so we're trying to make the best thing that we possibly can here. Valentine Ray, hello. Dance Buyer, I'm not really interested. I'm not interested. Let's just, I don't need to buy followers, so I'm sorry, goodbye. But yeah, there we go. Also, Lord of All, hello. How are you doing, my friend? It's been a while. It has been a while since we've talked. How's it going, my friend? So yeah, that's the thing with, so in this game, there's only like 55 heroes, but the cool thing is each of them can have up to 3 relics for now. There's, you know, there's some stuff which I don't want to spoil now, but we're gonna see later. But for now, they all start with 3 relics, and especially legendaries and rares, pretty much those relics most of the time have completely different kits, which makes them interesting. But there are also some uncommons. They have some different kits, do different things with the different relic. The commons, as far as I've seen, they have, you know, just same thing, and we're gonna leave it as is, and that's about it. You want to buy leaders, not followers. Exactly, Chapin. Exactly. How's it going? All good, just so you go online, so hanging out to see you play new games. Thank you, Lord of All. Appreciate it. So yeah, I guess honestly, I think the way that I'm gonna get started with this is I'm gonna start working on the ones that I have knowledge on, right? It's like I'm not that I played with, that I use. So for example, I can give ratings easily to Morgan. I can go and give Tristan for what I used. I can go and use even maybe Gillian, even the Joe I just recently got her. I'm quite sure I can go with that. And then, like, you know, some of the rares like Kay, Ban, Bodwin, like there's quite a few, let me just show you, of people that I actually used already. So my most used ones are Tristan, Anguish, Morgan, Isold, then Kay, Gillian, which I recently acquired. I don't have enough experience with her, so again, I'm gonna need some feedback on this one. Then we have Sarah, a colon, that's like, you know, a master of a certain area. Then we have Bodwin, obviously Ban, and the King of Gorgos, the Jared. So these are the ones that I actually played with. These are the ones that I'm pretty confident I can give, you know, good enough ratings for. But again, if somebody sees that I gave a certain rating and you disagree, just let me know. You know, it's a work in progress. It's something that we will discuss, and it's gonna be again a tier list based on feedback, right? It's like we want to make the best thing ever. I don't want this to be Odd One Gaming's tier list. No, it's the community tier list. I want to start it, you know, right? It's gonna be, I guess, you know, I'm working on it, but with the help of the community. So it's not just gonna be my tier list. It's gonna be our tier list. Okay, let's make this thing together. So I guess let's start with let's start from the top. Let me see again, who do I have? So first one that I have at the top that I guess I can start saying some stuff. Again, for some of these I can give feedback based on what I see on their kit, because if I haven't played, like for example Morgan, I know I have a fire relic, so I can give feedback based on what the fire relic does. But the other ones I don't have, so we're gonna look through the kit, we're gonna see what we do. So maybe the way that I do it is I try to just move this on a different screen, or just go between them. And then, it's like if I do this, I'm either gonna have the game or I guess let's just leave the spreadsheet here and then just flip between them. So if we look at Morgan, for example, she starts always with, like when you summon her, she starts with the flame relic, but everybody can get Morgan for free. And if we start, first of all, we're gonna look at the passive, because the passive is gonna be shared between everything, right? Passive is not gonna change, only the things that they do on the relic type. So on the passive first one, she has the chance to change the weather to night, then also gain effect accuracy increase 3 for the rest of the battle if she does that. If the weather is night, 100% chance to gain attack speed increase 3 for the rest of the battle as long as the weather is night. So this one's pretty straightforward. If it starts off as night, or if she changes it, then she will get some good buffs. And getting effect accuracy especially increase, considering she does lots of debuffs, is going to be amazing. Next passive, when using skill 2, decreases target's attack gauge and also removes 2 buffs. So this is going to be really good for places like Iskalhide, right? So this is going to be really good. It is on a cooldown though, starts with 4 and then books down to a 2-turn cooldown. And then the last one, which is the most impressive one, when using skill 1, she will inflict decreased defense and damage taken increase, which obviously is going to be massive for the damage boot. I know though that her Chivalry 3 is changes the activation to when attacking, right? So it changes this one, the Squall of Thorns, to when attacking. Doesn't have to be her skill 1. However, the way that I want to make this, or like start off with the tier list, is I want to start it off assuming that they have either 0 or only 1 Chivalry, right? That's how I want to start. After that, later on, we're going to add maybe different notes where we're going to say, okay, Chivalry 3, it increases because of this, and then Chivalry 8, where again they get some good stuff, increases because of this. But for now, I'm going to do the tier list based on Chivalry 1 or no Chivalry at all. Morgan Chivalry 3 is insane, exactly, but I want to make it as if she's not Chivalry 3, because not everybody can easily get that, and I believe like the most relatable one can be with Chivalry 1. After that, like I said, I'm just gonna add notes where it's required. Like I said, she's a good example. If she's Chivalry 3, she does this. He's full YouTube mode. Be right back making tea. How's it going, Lord Snackers and Lady Valkyrie? Welcome back. Welcome back. So I guess, yeah, we saw the passive. So she does bring the defense penalty, attack gauge control. Then with the knight, she does get some bonuses. And then relic with the fire one. Basic attack has a chance to sleep, which honestly, sleep is not as useful. I think like the most useful spot is mostly arena or like some campaign and stuff where you can control them. Most of the dungeons are immune to abnormal effects, so doesn't really help. Second hit, triple hit AoE, 72% damage, not the highest, with again chance to decrease attack gauge, which can be really good on each attack. And then the last one, attacks on enemy 2 times, 70% chance to land damage taken increase to, which is massive, and then also recovery disruption. So again, these two, like the damage taken increase is viable for most areas, but the recovery disruption, it's only certain areas, right? It's not going to be useful everywhere. So I guess let's start rating her. So Morgan, Frost one, Penveed. So for Penveed, because she would be kind of like a hybrid, like she would bring some damage but debuffs. 5 is the highest, 1 is the lowest. I think I could easily go with a 4 on her because again she brings some damage, she brings damage taken, and she brings attack gauge control, and in Penveed we can control the attack gauge, so this is going to be helpful. Just checking on new smaller streamers. Yeah, Lord Snacker, smaller streamer here. Frost is her best from what I heard, but do not have her in Frost. Same for me. That's what, like, you know, because I don't have her in Frost, I'm just going to be able to judge her based on what the relic says, not actual testing. And then people that actually tested, if they're going to be here in the stream, or if they watch the stream later, they can tell me, you know, okay, this one should be higher, this one should be lower. That's why, like, again, that's why the stream titles say, you know, open to feedback. Everybody's welcome to give an opinion, because we are learning and we're building this together. So next one, Gorgos. For Gorgos, this is going to be a tricky thing. For Gorgos, there's some interesting things, because Gorgos is really specific, right? So Gorgos has some specific things, some specific damage types that you want to bring, and some required mechanics. So even though some people might have overall ratings low, it's because of, you know, it's the average of everything. But if you look at Gorgos, what he does, I guess the easiest would be to just look at his passives. So he's has abnormal status, right? Immunity. Then he's immune to attack gauge decrease. So it doesn't really help us, right? Morga doesn't really help us over here. She just would bring us, I guess, just the damage increase, damage taken. So I guess instead of giving her a really low rating, maybe I go with I guess a 3. 3 could be good. What do we think? I'm not 100% sure does if damage taken increase counts for dot though. That's the question, because most of the damage the Gorgos takes is higher from dot than actual normal damage. I always thought that one was small because he's sitting down. I was shocked when I saw him stood up. I mean, I'm not the you know, the tallest. They still shake hands with his friends sometimes. Would say 2 in a Gorgos. Okay, yeah, I think that's true, because it's most of the time in Gorgos it's pretty straightforward. It's gonna be, people are gonna have high ratings in Gorgos if they bring dot, right, damage over time, if they bring cleansing of dot, if they bring attack gauge boost, or healing. Those are gonna be things that are gonna be highly rated. Everything else just makes no sense in Gorgos. Morgos -1 there is a debuff called dot damage. Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. So what she would bring in this fight is not, she wouldn't bring much, because it's mostly about the things that I just said. But I guess, would she bring anything actually, the Froster? So sleep doesn't help, attack gauge doesn't help, damage taken increase. Again, I don't think it would help, so the boss takes a bit more damage, but you would want to have dot damage taken increase. So maybe she's just a 1 instead then. Maybe anybody that doesn't bring the specific things for Gorgos, they're just a 1, as in, like, you know, instead of being 0, we'll just give them a 1. So I think maybe that should be the point, because, like, yeah, the damage increase, yeah, you're gonna do a bit more damage, but it's dot that does the most damage on that boss. So I think we're gonna change that to 1. Okay, Aldry. For Aldry, you need just dotted healer, cleanse, dot immune, counterattack, this kind of stuff. She's not helping at all. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. And got us 35 months of sub on Twitch. Thank you. The Mrs. sub. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, let's move over. So, Aldry, next one. She adds heal cut. Yeah, exactly. She does bring the healing disruption. She brings damage increase. She brings defense penalty. Even though she's with flame, she's the wrong element. So maybe instead of a 5, I go with a 4. Because, again, it's just because of the element, right? She does bring defense penalty on her passive. She does bring that healing prohibition. So instead of giving it a 5, because 5 would be the best of the best for this, I'm just going to give her a 4 because she's not the right element. Maybe when we get to the Storm one, she brings similar kits, then that one can get a 5. Will you be posting this as YouTube video afterwards, as I can't stay long? It's Thanksgiving, yes, and I have to leave in a few to go to my friend's place. Yes, well, Lady Valkyrie, I'm currently live both on Twitch and YouTube, so this one's gonna stay as a YouTube live video afterwards if you wanna check it out. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody celebrating it. You prefer hanging out with friends over watching on one? Exactly. How dare you. She can also remove defense up with Frost. Yeah, so that's gonna be better. I'm just going with the Flame one for now. Also reduces defense knowledge, he does less damage, he takes increased damage, he's very good for Gorgos. She's very good for Gorgos. Yeah, but again, I think maybe she still gets a 5 though, because she brings everything that you need for Aldry. So even though she's wrong element, she does bring everything that you need for Aldry. Defense penalty, healing prohibition, damage taken increase. I think maybe we stick with a 5, and then I guess we'll we'll revisit and see if that's one's gonna be changed later or not. Okay, Tarask. For Tarask, it's all about controlling the boss with attack gauge, which she brings on the passive and the skill 2. She does bring damage increase, so maybe not exactly a 5 for Tarask, maybe a 4 instead, right? That's what I'm thinking. Because she only brings it on one of the skills, right? Just on the skill 2. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Lady Valkyrie. Can't trust her heal block at all. Yeah, it's like, up until it's skilled up, it's not reliable enough. It's like 70%. Number of damage taken turns. So this one's maybe not reliable. Yeah, you're right. It's only one turn, 70%. So maybe, yeah, Algae goes back to 4. Morgan is a 6 for Tarask. I mean, it's 1 to 5. 5 is the max. So we're thinking then we go with a 5 because she has that. I guess that's really good. Because she has it on the A2, she can always use it. The attack gauge decrease, because pretty much every time she does that, it decreases the boss's attack gauge fully. Poor cat can't play when she and Gillian are around. I know I need to push that. I have Gillian. Okay, so then she's a 5 for Tarask. Okay, Iskal Hide. Now this one's a tricky one because this is the one that gets lots of buffs, does some interesting damage, but she can actually be good because, you know, that's why she's a 6. She's better. She carries the whole team. Yeah, that makes sense. So for the next one, for the Iskal Hide, she does have this passive that whenever she does her skill 2, she removes 2 buffs. So that can be, let me double check if that boss can get the attack gauge controlled. Let's see. So wave 2. Okay, so it does have attack gauge immunity. However, you can still remove buffs with that second skill. But is it enough to make her a 5? I don't think so. She would bring the damage increase. She would have a chance to remove those buffs on the second skill. So it's return cooldown. Remove buff, remove thermometer, defense on increased damage taken. Yep, that's for Tarask. But for this one, she would bring the damage increases and the chance to remove buffs. So I think she could easily be a 4 here as well. Right? Not a 5 because obviously there's better ones that control stuff. Frost is 5 but not fire. I guess, you know what, let me just put, since you say that, let me just put a 5 in there since you know Frost. And then we can go with that. Do you want me to tell what do you think on OS for the other ones? Because then I can put, if you played with Frost and Storm, just let me know, we can put it there. And obviously we can go after it as we go along. She's 6 but she makes more money than you. Konstantinos, greetings. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Okay, next one. Let's go top left. I think I just have to look like 1-2 times on the dungeons just to remember exactly what they do. And then I don't have to go all the time. Savage Angel, salute, salute. How are you doing? Okay, so for this one, I know it's all about lots of abnormal status happening from the boss. Lots of damage taken. So again, attack gauge immunity. The boss has the same thing. Immune to attack gauge, immune to abnormal status, all of the usual stuff. Has protection. And has ability switch. Immediately before attacking, if you have debuff, trigger ability switch. Debuff effect accuracy increase. Okay. So I guess for this one, I can go with 4 again. Or maybe not 4, because she only brings, I guess, some damage. You cannot control the attack gauge. You can just bring defense. At least for Iskal Hide, she can remove buffs. For here, she just brings some damage taken increase. Frost is bad for Tarask, but otherwise she is great for the rest except Gorgos. Okay. I guess we'll go over that once we get there. Okay, next one, Arceus. Let's see what does she do for Arceus again. I think Arceus is the one that... that's a funny thing. Arceus says that it has healing reduction, like she's recommended over here, but I've never seen it heal. You haven't found much of that dragon, so no idea. Yeah, I think this dragon is mostly about the... It does lots of damage, it does dots. But you can control the attack gauge over here. So because you can control the attack gauge, she might actually be a 5 over here, right? Yep, I think we can do that. And especially because the element is storm with fire, she 100% can be a 5. Really strong against Arceus. Yep, she's definitely a 5. Now, next one, Chernusos, the Master of Death. So for the Master of Death, you cannot control attack gauge, you can bring damage increase. I think I'm gonna give her a 4 because we're gonna need that. Chrome Kruak, same thing, I can give her a 4. It's like these bosses are all about the doing lots of damage, doing abnormal statuses. You know, they can be really tanky, you need some help to bring them down, so I guess I can easily give them 4 here. Easy 5. I'm not sure I would go with 5, because you can not control their attack gauge in all of the forms. You really think she's a 5 though? Like, I know that only in certain parts you can control the attack gauge, not all of them. Like this one, she can control thermometer to adds in the tree boss. That's true. So in the first wave, you can control the attack gauge. In the second one, not anymore. Second one, attack gauge immunity. But I guess it does, like you say, to that. Okay, fair enough. 5 is good. And then I guess let's go 5 with Chrome Kruak. But let me double check. Chrome Kruak. Let's see. He does have attack. He doesn't have attack gauge immunity. Okay, so Chrome Kruak in the first wave doesn't have attack gauge immunity. Second one doesn't have it. So 100% of 5. She can control turn to that. Okay, you will always use her. There is not a single support that's better than her. Yep. That's better there. Okay, so Chrome Kruak 5 as well. Okay, Favor Dungeons. I can easily go with a 5 because she's going to be amazing. Forbidden Dungeon. I guess for Forbidden Dungeon, just for her overall kit, if we use her, I think she can easily be another 5. Because she brings a lot of stuff. And then Story 5 as well. And then Arena. Not sure if she's a 5 in Arena. Or maybe actually she is. Because again, in Arena, attack gauge control, healing prohibition. He does healing disruption. So we can go with a 5. She can control enemies in Forbidden Dungeon, increase damage. Yep, that's what I thought. 5 for Forbidden Dungeon, 5 for Story, 5 for Arena. Arena, she's 100. Okay. Okay, so it's 5 for now, but 100 overall. She's the best in the whole game for Arena. Okay. Since we are looking at her, should we just look, you know what, let's look at her Storm Relic and let's rate her based on the Storm Relic as well, since we are over here. So, let me go to her. Let's go to Storm Relic and go with that as well. So, Storm Relic, let's see what it does. First hit, chance to do sleep, same thing. Second hit, double AoE, chance to land defense decrease. Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. Even if it's just 1 turn, it goes up to 2 turns. That's amazing. And then third skill, 80% chance for recovery disruption and 60% chance to sleep. This one goes up to 2 turns. Okay. So pretty much the same kit, just no attack gauge control in this form. She still does it on the passive. Okay. So because of that, I guess then for Penveed, she can still be a 4. Then for Gorgos again 1, because Gorgos sucks. Algae, she's a 5. Wait, wrong one. 4, 1, 5 for Algae because she's so much better. Don't have much experience with the wind one, but I know that is really strong. Yeah, just based on what I read, she's instantly amazing for Algae. She's a 5. However, for Tarask, she's not going to be as good because she only brings the defense penalties. She only brings the passive of attack gauge control. So I think maybe just a 3 instead of a 5 like we had in the fire one. Because she's neutral as well. Okay, Iskall Height, she doesn't remove buffs anymore. She does bring that defense penalty though. So maybe again a 3 on this one. Apolea, we can go again with... I think maybe Apolea, she goes up a notch. Because she's going to be strong element. And actually that's why Iskall Height, she's a 2. She's wrong element. So 4 against Apolea, she's going to be strong element. She's going to bring defense penalty. So 4 over there. Arceus, I think she still sticks with a 5. JR, how's it going, my friend? Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Then Chernunos, I think for this even better. More attack, more defense penalty with the second skill. Chrome Kurak, same thing, more defense penalty with the second skill, so that becomes amazing. I think it sticks with Favorite Dungeon 5. Forbidden Dungeon, again, can go with a 5. Story can stick with 5, and then Arena. I think maybe Arena she's a 4 because she doesn't have that control anymore on the second skill. She's worse for Arceus. I mean, she would be neutral element, so I guess let's go with 4 then. She would be neutral element, she's not going to be bad. Arena's amazing. Yeah, she's still going to be good for Arena. AoE Sleep. Oh yeah, that's true, you're right, AoE Sleep, my bad, that's a 5 then. 5 for Arena. Okay, everything else I think it looks pretty good. Arceus just a 4 because, you know, element. And then Escalhide because she's wrong element, that's why I went with the 2. And now I guess let's look at the Frost one. First one, same thing, Sleep. Second one, triple hit. Chance to remove buff, okay, that's amazing. And chance to inflict damage taken for 3. Oh my god, this one's a 5 for Escalhide. There's just because of the second skill, she's a 5 for Escalhide. And then the ultimate recharges single allies attack gauge, grants all allies attack speed increase, grants all allies shield. Okay, she's an amazing support in Frost. Damn. That sounds crazy. So then because of that, triple hit. Let me look again. So triple hit on this one. Chance to remove buff, which good for Penveed. Damage increase taken, good for Penveed. Good supportive stats. So I think she's a 5 for Penveed in this form. Then for Gorgos again, 1 unfortunately. Aldry, she's gonna be neutral element. She doesn't bring the healing reduction anymore, but she still brings lots of like the defense penalty and stuff. Not defense penalty, the damage taken increase. And buff removal, so that's at least a 4. You think still a 5, even without the healing disruption. Thorask, she's gonna be wrong element. No control, so maybe for Thorask she's gonna go 2. I guess let's go 5 Aldry then. You'll have someone else just to deal healing. Okay, that's true. You'll only spam S2 with her. Okay, got it. Now, Apolea, the Frost one, again, good support, good damage taken stuff, removes buffs. I think this one can go 5, just spamming A2. Arceus, she's gonna be wrong element against, because in the Frost one. So maybe because of that we go with the 3 instead, because the Arceus again, you need some sort of, actually no, 4, because she brings survivability and attack speed increase. Bad for Arceus. I mean, she still brings stuff. She would be, yeah, the problem, she would be wrong element. She would take more damage, but she still brings buff removal, damage taken increase, because it's a triple hit. She still brings attack speed increase and shield. I still believe she's worth a 4 for Arceus, even though she's wrong element. Or do you think she would just take too much damage and die? Chernusos again. Honestly, I believe like with these ones, she's just 5 everywhere. After that, because she brings lots of stuff. This 5 for 5 and 1 for the rest. I mean, you sure 1 is that bad? I mean, 5 is 1, but like, why 1? She still brings stuff for Arceus. I mean, she still brings, like I said, she still brings buff remover. I don't remember if there's buff. And then damage taken increase. If you take wind or ice, there you will die. I mean, I know, but still, that doesn't mean she's 1. Like, it doesn't mean she's completely useless just because of the other element. That's what I'm trying to think, you know. I'm trying to think a bit more balanced. Also, I guess, you know what? Actually, I guess that could be a different way we can look at it. So I guess I can agree with what you guys are saying for stuff like Arceus, because we will look at it like this. Everybody has the fire one. So you'd always start with the fire one. And because The other ones are choices if you get her or not. Then you would always go with the fire one for Arceus because that's the best one. And if we look at it from that point of view, then like, yeah, it would be for Arceus one, as you would not choose to go with that one. You'd always choose to go with the fire one. Am I thinking about this right? What do you think? And same thing for Tarask then. The other ones could be one, and then she would always go with fire. Because it's fire base. Okay, so then we're gonna judge it the same for the other ones. If the base is the best for something, then everything else is one. So I guess then for Tarask and Arceus is gonna be the same. She's just gonna be one for the other ones. Or Tashi can be higher if you want to try to one-shot. I mean, the way that I'm looking at it, it's like going from the perspective of just having, like I said, her Chivalry 0 or 1. So would she be used for the tactic of that one-shot in Chivalry 1, or are we talking higher Chivalry? Because we're talking about higher Chivalry, then that's going to be something else. I'm going to add notes later. But like, yeah, everything else, I think, even the Frost one can be a 5. Consider her Chivalry 3 as the Rise Morgan is a lot worse than that. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to consider her Chivalry. I want to consider them all Chivalry 1 or 0 for the base that I'm building. After that, I'm going to add notes to Chivalry 3 or Chivalry 8. Because it's not as easy to get to Chivalry 3. Consider Chivalry 3, otherwise Morgan is a lot worse than that. She needs to change all the grades. I mean, I kind of mentioned at the beginning that... Like, where do you think she would need to be changed? I still believe everything else is fine. She changed from Chivalry 3 to 5 from C3 alone. From 3 to 5 from Chivalry 3. I guess you're saying just because of the fact that all of her hits have a chance to land defense penalty on that passive? So this one's to win attacking, which is this. That's a 2-turn cooldown, so that means like when she brings those AoE things, she does it everywhere. I mean, certain relics still work, like the, which one was it? The Frost relic still puts damage taken. The Storm relic still puts defense penalty, defense decrease. So why everyone should always focus on her for Chivalry. Chivalry 3 is a game changer like Clarison and other Legos except for Bedivere and Merlin. So then should we look at it from the point of view of building the tier list, considering everybody has Chivalry 3? Should we go like that then? Because I can, you know, we're just at the first one. We can go like that. Consider have Chivalry 3, because I guess maybe in a month, most people can get Chivalry 3, maybe even on Legos if you buy the memory stones and stuff. Not everybody, there are some that works at C0. Morgan changes 100% with Chivalry 3. Okay. The Alien C0 is amazing. You know, let's consider it. Let me put a note here. Thing. So for her, let's say this is note Chivalry 3 rating. C3 Morgan and C3 Clarison are game changers. Free to play, it will take at least 6 months to get Chivalry 3. Yeah. You think Gilly with fire is amazing? I think she's trash until you get Frost. It is also a way to tell people to focus on her since start. Let me see if I try to put Chivalry. What do I have after a month of playing? I have 20 for free after a month of playing. for example. So I already have 20 that I could use after a month of playing free-to-play. Then we'll just have to see where else we can get more. I guess, you know what, let's go back to what I said. Chivalry 1. We're focusing everybody if they have Chivalry 1 or none. So, where do we think we should change it? So what are we changing then? Because like that's what I'm saying. I want to make it first with Chivalry 0 or 1, and then everything else. Then everything else is going to be like, okay, if Chivalry 3 is game changer, there's going to be a note. Chivalry 8 game changer, there's going to be a note. So I want to focus this tier list for, like, you know, free-to-play new players. So if then the ratings are wrong, then I guess let's go over it again. There's nothing above 3. Really? Is it that bad? You really think she's that bad without Chivalry 5? It's not bad, it's just that it's that strong. I guess that's true. This one only counts. The big decrease, the big defense decrease, and the bigger damage taken is only on the first skill, and you wouldn't want to use the first skill too often. Okay, then let's swap it. Let's go with everything. Then I guess 3 everywhere instead of 5s, including arena. Because then she jumps to 5 after Chivalry 3. Apollo, I guess then Arena can be 5, okay? Debuff is a must, yeah. This is all about turn meter control. Okay, so just for the fire one at least. So for fire one, let's say for fire one, you'd always go with the... In arena, you'd always go fire one. So arena, you always go with the fire one. You'll not use the other ones. That's why we go with the one on the other. The greatness of C3 on Morgan is you see her ultimate and add a lot of debuffs for 2 turns on a boss. Oh yeah, that's true, and that's where, like he said, the one shot appears. So I guess then even Taraski goes down to A4, not A5, because she doesn't have that on the second skill where she lands the defense penalty. Let's see, Frost 1 for Apolea. Does this still gonna be a 5, or it goes down to a 3 then? And that applies to all weapons, yeah. Nothing above 3, okay. Nothing above 3 it is then. Not even Aldry. No, because defense penalty is not there. Okay, nothing above 3 then. Not even 10 Veed, because again, yeah, you're right, it's only on the one that does defense penalty, so yeah, I guess that's Morgan. Woo! Aldred Siveron, she's 0, she's useless there, really? I guess that's the fire one. Yeah, that's bad. The only thing that is 5 is with Storm Aldry. Yeah, let me look again. So, Storm 1. Defense penalty chance to increase. And the recovery disruption can be 100%. Or can be for 2 turns. So she would bring this one and then this one. So the Storm one. Plus she would be strong element. We can go at least a 4 for the Storm. And then maybe 1 for Frost. People get her to C3 before they scale up. Yeah. Okay, so I think we finally... Damn, took us 40 minutes to get one. That's good. 40 minutes to take one. Woo! We can always come back to it. Now, let's move over to the next one. Next one, I want to move over to Tristan. I praise him a lot. And this is what I'm gonna definitely need to be stopped. 40 minutes, but at least it's solid. That's true, I agree with that. That's what I want. I want it to be as good as possible, and if later on things need to be changed, I'm happy to do that, right? Because I want to make this to be the perfect that we can, you know, the best that we can get. Some will be easier, like Bedivere 5 on everything. You haven't used him much, so you can't say much. Okay, I'm a big believer in Tristan. I like him a lot, especially because he's a free legendary. Same thing with Morgan. That's why I believe maybe she needs, you know, she might have been a bit better rating, but I kind of use, as a free-to-play player, I kind of use Tristan as my main damage dealer everywhere. And it's because of the fact that not only does he bring damage, he brings this attack speed decrease that he can land twice on the first skill and on the third skill. I think this is really powerful for everywhere. Honestly, that's my honest opinion. So I guess we're gonna start with the Storm one, that is you know, his base one, and this one I'm gonna go 5 because I believe this is the best one. He's amazing for Penvid. He also has that passive that does the, you know, extra hits against protection stuff, right? Then if there's protection, decrease the cooldown of his passive. So I do believe this is his best spot. Penvid, he's 100% of 5. Multi-head, agility down, can't really say he doesn't work there. Exactly. Gorgos, 100%. Aldry, again, Aldry, he brings the damage, he brings the attack speed decrease, so I use him a ton. He's the good element, so I would say maybe not the 5. I would go with the 4 for Aldry as well. He would be a good damage dealer in there, good element, and make the boss go less. So, plus with the defense penalty, he does more hits. I believe I could go with the 4 just from the point of view of he's a damage dealer. Right, and the class for him is going to be attack over here. And I guess let's go attack and then attack. And Morgan, I guess Morgan is control. And same for all 3. Okay, next one, Tarask. Tarask, pretty much same thing. He doesn't bring attack gauge decrease in Tarask. So maybe, you know what, maybe for Tarask, we would focus him on fire, because everybody can get fire for free from the shops. And I guess the fire one brings more damage. You know, multi-hits. 100% chance to charge his attack gauge. Lord of All, thank you for the sub. 21 months. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you. So I believe with this one, attack speed decrease as well. Attack speed decrease as well. So I believe the fire would be the best one for Tarask. And because we can get it for free, we can count that as primary. So I guess we can go with 4 on that one and 1 on the other ones, because you would go with this one first. Or maybe still go with the 3 on the Storm one up until you buy it. Like, I think it takes you about 2-3 weeks where you can buy the Flame Relic from the clan shop, and it's like account based. Yeah, I think go green like 3 as well, but for the fire one we go with the 4. Wait, I went to up. That was the wrong one. So fire, it's a 4, 1, and 3. You still have not bought it. I bought it straight up. 3 weeks. Yep, there we go. Lady Valkyrie confirmed 3 weeks. People are buying iron and wood from clan shop. Yeah, you wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Like, yeah, you want to do it, but I would still get the relic because it's good. You spend on wood and metal. Yeah. And pedestals. I know. I mean, I did that. I bought it, and I think if I go to the clan, I still think I have currency. I still have 3,000. Still have 3,000. I bought his relic. I bought the relic summoning tickets, and I still have stuff left. Like, I could buy all 10 of these and still have left after 4 weeks. So I think we can pretty much assume that it's kind of like, you know, easy for everybody to get. Okay, let's continue with the Storm one. Iskalhide, he's wrong element. He's wrong element. He doesn't bring too much for it, so I did use him still as a damage dealer, but I think I can put a 1 over here, and maybe I go with a 3 for Iskalhide, just because he would bring some damage, and also the attack penalty decrease, and then 1 or maybe another 3 on the Frost one, because he'll be strong element. But I need to check the Frost one again. Let me see, what does the Frost one do again? For Iskalhide? Because I remember reading the Frost one and thinking it's shit. Attack speed decrease, okay. Damage, protection deals more damage. Single hit, attack speed decrease. It's kind of like single hits with some attack speed decrease. Hello, Rastafaris. How are you doing? 1 for green. At least you don't know about frost. Yeah, the frost seems like it could do some decent damage, right? Compared to the storm one, 99% 0.6, 98% 0.6. So it's pretty much the same. Fire 96% 0.6. So I guess maybe we'll go with storm and fire at 3-3, and then 1 for storm, because you wouldn't go with that. What 3 months? Be I strong. Hello. Just chilling, played earlier old school RuneScape Leagues 5. Nice. Okay, let's move over. Apolea. Apolea is again. Apolea gets a ton of turns, and I know for that it's kind of like attack gauge can be good. So the fact that he can bring us the attack speed and some damage, I'm thinking of going at least a 3 on him for this one. Or actually, no, we're gonna go with the 1 and go with the 3 on the fire one. Because you would assume we get a fire one, we can use it, and yeah, 3, 1, and then I guess let's go with 1 on the storm one, is the frost one as well, because you're not gonna bring wrong element. Okay, next one. Wait, that was Apolea, my bad. Apolea. 3, 1, and 1. Okay, Arcelus. For Arcelus, the other way around, 1, 1, right? He brings damage, maybe actually a 4. You know what? He could do some decent damage, maybe a 4. Same thing over here. Or no, because actually for Tarask it helps with more attack speed control. Yep, for Iskal Hide again, if you make him go less, 4 can be good. Arcelus, same thing, make him go less 4. So maybe on this one actually go 4 on the fire, 3 on the... No. 1 on the frost for the... No, wait. What am I talking? Fire, no. The frost one was sucky. It's just Tarask. 4, 1, 3. Okay. Moving over. Next one. Cernusos. I kind of use him honestly over here, and I believe he can be a good damage dealer and control for most stuff, so I can give him like a 4 for average everywhere. You can apply speed on Arcelus. If yes, it has to be higher than the other dragon. It can't, and it can be 5. So yeah, I put 4. That's why I put him 4 with the fire one. Then I guess we put Apolea 3 instead. And keep 4 for Arcelus. And honestly, I think for favored dungeons, because there's not too many better damage dealers, I think we can easily go 5. Forbidden Dungeon, maybe a 4. Story, again, we can go with the 4. And Arena, maybe just a 3. For most of the stuff. Or we focus 1 per area and go 3 and everything else. You don't think he's a 4 for Forbidden Dungeon? With the fire one, he can do a ton of damage. Like, he's pretty much, with the fire one, he's pretty much an AoE damage dealer. Because this one hits 8 times at random. You have to be able to solve the floor with a single DPS. I mean, he could do that. Either with this one, or with this one that does a ton of damage on a single target. Like, I've been using him on most of the stages that I've done. He hits somebody, and especially if they're like neutral or wrong element, he one-shots them. Because he does the 3rd skill, but then he straight up procs the passive and does another, like, massive damage hit. 4 hits of another 160. Even higher floors. I mean, higher floors, I got to like stage 30s to 40s. I haven't pushed higher because my gear is not insane. I mean, let me show you my gear right now, okay? I have 4-star gears. And he's still, in the 4-star gear, he's still one-shots in the green one, people. On like stages, floors 30, 40s. Like, between 30 to 40, he still manages to one-shot people. Because you gotta keep in mind, when he does the hit with the relic, he does this damage, but then straight up after, he instantly does this passive. Where he procs another 4 hits that do 160% damage. So again, he's not a 5, because 5 are gonna be people like Bedivere. I do believe him to be a solid 4. Yeah, we'll stack lower ones. There are rooms that you have to one-shot single target. Okay. But again, I'm not giving him a 5, but I believe 4 is a solid rating. Maybe not for the Frost one, or I don't know. Most of you get still 3-star, hoping to get it all 4-star soon. So the 8 random attacks are bad. Okay, so then I guess I keep a 4 for the Storm one and go with 3 on the other ones. It's a 5-turn cooldown on the passive. It is, but if there's like protection, he resets it. Like if this happens, when attacking target has protection, decreases Tristan's passive cooldowns by 6 turns. So you can proc this. So I guess maybe like you said, the one at random, then the fire one we give it a 3. Just keep a 4 for the storm, 3 for the frost. And then I guess honestly story we can give like just 4s, because you know story is like, yeah, it can be pretty useful everywhere, just not the best. And then arena I guess a 3. Maybe arena I just focus on the storm one. Like let's see, you would only use the storm one in arena, because that one you can focus one person and one shot them. So that way you wouldn't worry. Or maybe even the frost one, because I think frost could do similar, even though I don't use it, don't have it yet. Can do this damage, then he procs the passive, can do a ton of damage, so you can pretty much one-shot somebody that's fire. So as a damage dealer for arena, I guess I can keep 3, 3, and then fire just is not good enough. Am I on Twitch? Might be easier for you to see. Charted on YouTube, you got all dice. Yes, I'm on Twitch as well, sorry. Okay, so, oh yeah, let's finish. So, Tristan, fire for Penvid, 8 hits at random. I don't really like it. I'm just going to go with 1. I think his best is always going to be in Storm. Then Gorgos 1, obviously. Then Aldry, fire 1 is going to be a 1. Storm 1 is going to be the one you're going to use. 1 on the other one, because you would not use it. You would just straight up go with the Storm 1. Has the most hits, is a strong element. You wouldn't care about everything else. Okay, think it looks good, right? Any objections over here? If not, we're gonna move on. I guess the reality is, when it comes to the legendaries, and most of the rares is gonna be more complex, but then when we move over to like other rares and lower than commons, like most of them are just gonna get 1s, honestly, for what I've seen. Like, there's a few uncommons that can be good. Commons, I know nothing about. I don't think they bring anything, unless there's like some quirky things, such as like Luke, for example, I know can be awesome because there's no other healer for that favor dungeon. So Luke would get like a 5 in Forbidden favor dungeon, because he's gonna be a good healer. Yeah, uncommon would either be 1 or a 5, exactly. 5 for the Jiret, for Gorgos, 1 everywhere else. Actually, no. I've seen myself use the Jiret in favor dungeons a ton. Forbidden dungeons, sorry. Maybe even favor, and maybe even Krom Kruak, because he lands debuff. So, we're gonna get that Shark is really Shark 5. I've kind of looked at, like, I know I've done the mistake of, like, at least not for the mark. I don't like Shark for the mark because it's not good enough. Anyway, I guess let's move on, because I think we're okay with Tristan. Let's move on to the next one. Next one I'm going to talk about is, I'm going to jump at the rares. If you don't have Ain, Shark is great. Okay, yeah, we'll get there. Let's start talking about Kay now. Okay, so Kay, I've played a little bit with her, but I've mostly used her in the Storm one as an AoE damage dealer. Okay, her passives are not insane. Not the best. This one can be really cool. gives her the effect, evasion rate straight up at the beginning, and the fact that she can do some attack increase can be good, but not the most impressive. And I guess let's start with the relic. Let's start with the storm one, okay? Let's go with K, storm relic. K, storm relic, there we go. Penveed. For Penveed, I think she arguably deserves a 5. AoE, several hits, and I think storm is the best one for her over there, right? AoE 4 hits on this one, 4 hits on this one, 5 hits on this one. So I do believe K's best spot in Pen is going to be Penveed. 5 on the storm one, don't even care about the other ones. Unless, let me double check, she brings some other debuffs and stuff. Double hit only, 5 hits on the A1. Let's see, fire. 2 hits, recover disruption. 4 hits, nothing else. 5 hits. So I do believe you wouldn't invest in the fire one. For Penveed, you just go with the storm. It's the base one that you get. It's the best one. You stick with this one. Use K everywhere. I'm looking forward to having her Chivalry 10. Your most pulled rare. Nice. My most pulled one's Anguish. We're gonna move at that later. So K definitely 5. Okay, 1 in Gorgos. Aldry. I guess you wouldn't use fire. You wouldn't use frost. You just go with the storm one again. And we would go with, I guess, just as a raw damage dealer, let's say we give her a 3. Right? Storm 3, raw damage dealer, doesn't bring anything else. Tristan got a 4 over there, so she's a 3. Yes, that's pretty decent, because again, just damage. Tarask, same thing. Maybe for Tarask, she would get like a 3 in the fire one, 1 in the rest ones, if you're going to use her as a damage dealer. Just damage. Right? Because fire brings double hits, recovery disruption, 4 hits, and then 5 hits. And you, if you could, you would use the flame one. For the rares, we're gonna assume we have all the rare relics, I guess, available, and then we choose from that. She deals that damage to be a damage dealer in Tarask. I mean, she does 178 on this one, 140. I mean, out of 5, 3 is in the middle. So, like, as an option for a damage dealer, I don't think 3 is too high. Where we have Tristan as a 4, and then we're gonna have somebody like a Bedivere as a 5. I think 3 is pretty decent. No? Just as a simple damage dealer, don't you think she would work? At least with fire, she would be like, you know, strong element. Yeah, no, that's why Tristan is a 4. That's what I'm saying. That's why Tristan was a 4 in Tarask, in the flame one. 3 in the frost one. Wait, wrong, wait. 3 in the storm one, 1 in the frost one. 2, I guess. Really think that bad for Tarask? Only covers single slot and is not that great at it. Okay. But then that would be the same case for Aldry. I guess, yeah, Tarask is extremely hard. So I guess let's go with the 2. But I guess for Aldry, she can still stick with the 3. Because she has the AoE hit. And maybe can help to take down the side things as well. So for Aldry, we can stick with the 3. Then I guess same principle would be for Escalhide. She's just going to be a 2 as a damage dealer. Aldi is easier to tank, etc. You don't need that much burst. Okay. Let's see the Frost again. What does he do? Double hit. AoE double hit. Recover disruption. 5 hits. So maybe for Escalhide then I guess we can go with 3. If just Tarask is the most harder one. That one's a bit too hard. And we can go with the 3 and 1 for the other stuff. Dragon is easier to be just a damage dealer. Yeah, and I think the same thing for Apolea. He's gonna be used in the Storm one over there. 3, 1, 1. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Is YouTube still okay? Okay, yes, YouTube's still fine. Arceus need to double check. I mean, for Arceus, I'm currently using her, I think, in Arceus. But I guess for Arceus, we would try to go with the strong element. We'd go with fire if we had. So again, keep in mind what I'm thinking, the way that I'm judging them for rares is we assume for rares we have access to all 3 relics, because it's a little bit easier to get rare relics than is the legendary one. So where we have stuff like 1-1 and just 3 just high rating for one of them, again we assume we have all 3 and we can choose, okay, we're going with this one. I think that's that can be pretty relatable even for free to play. With Chivalry for rares, I guess for rares we go the same. I know, because I know there's like stuff like Rosier that Chivalry 8 she changes completely and stuff like that. So I guess Chivalry 1 for rares is gonna be Chivalry 1, because some have really good Chivalry 1, like Isold as an example, and it's pretty easy to get. You hate to go, but you gotta go watch the YouTube later tonight. Thank you, Lady Valkyrie. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving. Have fun with family and friends, and see you around. Rosier, Anguish, and etc. changes a lot. I mean, for Anguish is not that game changing from my point of view. It does help, yes. It does help to get extra bleed on Chivalry 8, but I don't think it completely changes him. I think he's still really good. Like, yeah, he jumps maybe. Like Anguish, I'm straight up gonna give him a 5. No questions asked for Gorgos. Like, I'm not even gonna think twice. Anguish is gonna get 5 for Gorgos, even with base Chivalry. He's still good. Still good. He applies 15% more dots. That is a lot. Yeah, I know. So then, do you think we should consider Chivalry 8? I think Chivalry 8 is too much, though, to consider. That's why I'd rather just stick with Chivalry 1. Because, like, okay, maybe you get Chivalry 3 to use the... Because, like, as an example, I got my Anguish, Chivalry 10, using all my rare memory stones. Chivalry 1 is also tricky. I mean, not really, because it's just one thing we gotta look at. Chivalry 1 is not that hard. It's like, you pull 2 dupes, you get 30 of those memory stones, you get a lot, so... Chivalry 1, I think we can assume everybody has Chivalry 1 or 0. Bodwin gets a lot of Chivalry 3. Again, we assume he's only Chivalry 1. So that's why I think for rares we stick with Chivalry 1 as well. Yeah, some changes Chivalry 3, some changes Chivalry 8, but again, Chivalry 1, it's free-to-play friendly. That's how I want to see it. Everybody can easily get Chivalry 1 on most of the rares. That's how I want to look at it. Exactly, but we're gonna put a note. Rosier is gonna be like, meh, but we're gonna put note that Chivalry 8, she's amazing. That's gonna be something different. It's like, I want to try and make it as relatable as possible, and then after that, I'm gonna add the notes, right? Be like, where does, you know, Chivalry 3, this is what happens. Chivalry 8, this is what happens, or whatever, you know. I just want to start with the base, because the game just launched. I want to see it from the perspective of accessibility, from the perspective of free-to-play friendliness. That's how I want to look at it, right? Well, like, everybody can access it, everybody can do this, so I want to be as relatable as possible. And then with caveats with notes, because obviously I'm gonna have YouTube videos saying like, oh yeah, this person is amazing, you know, specific videos on a person saying this is how they look, but if you get Chivalry 8, this is what they do. That's when I'm gonna get to do hero spotlights. So let's go back to K. I guess, you know what, while you guys debate, I'm gonna quickly go shake hands with a friend and be right back. Okay, we're back. So let's go back. Let's continue back with K, and then we're gonna move over to the other ones. Danny Ter un Kandepe Mapa. I'm butchering that name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Also, let me give a few shout outs. Loki Magix, thank you for the sub. Play Today, thank you for the sub. Gohan, Crash, thank you everybody for the subs on YouTube. Appreciate everyone. Wargasm, hello. How's it going, my friend? Welcome, welcome. So let's continue with K now. So K for Chernunos, I guess I can just put like a 3 average DPS, right? Chrome Kruak, same thing, 3 average DPS, stick with Storm. Favor Dungeons. I guess Favor Dungeons, we have Tristan as well, so she can be a 3. Again, I guess we will just focus with the Storm one. Forbidden Dungeon, though, we are just saying if Tristan's a 3, then she's a 2. And then 1 everywhere else. For story, I believe she deserves to be a 4. In the Storm one. Because she brings good AoE damage. For story it works especially, exactly. So for story I believe the Storm one that we get is a 4 deserving. For Arena I've seen some quirky stuff with her, so I believe a 3 could be good in the Storm one and ignored everything else, right? And I think I think this is it for K. I think this is fine for K. Let's see, Firestorm. There we go. At higher chivalry, she's better than Arena, otherwise just as DPS. Yeah, just as DPS as a 3 in there. I guess that's what I thought, right? Just leave her as a 3, as an average DPS. And we're good to go. Where am I from? I am from Romania. Who am I talking? We're talking about K. We're talking about K. Oh, Dani te aruncă de pe mapă. I think that's your name. I think you're Romanian as well. Salut, salut. So I guess let me move over to the next one. So everybody gets it for free. I really want to get Anguish covered because I personally use him a lot. I love him a lot. I got him to Chivalry 10. And I didn't do King Urians yet. Did all new players get Morgan? Yes, everybody gets Morgan and Tristan at the beginning as for free. That's amazing. Okay, let's go to Anguish. Okay, so Anguish, I personally love the guy. I'm using Anguish for 10 vid as well. Because he has that 5 hitter on the Frost one that he comes as a base. So I guess I'll go with a 3 because K is a 4. The Storm one, the Frost one is the one you would use. Because again, it can do some pretty decent damage. 5 hitter, pretty decent damage. I honestly use Anguish everywhere. Like, I'm even debating to have 2 builds for Anguish, right? Because we have this. I have 1 build in Vigor, just full on focused on effect accuracy and attack speed for Gorgos, for dots. And then another build where I pulled him as a, like, side DPS because I have him 10, right? Because I already have him at Chivalry 10. Which relic is more important? Frost Gillian or Frost Morgan? That's a good question. Because I think they're both game-changing. I know it's Frost Gillian, she becomes, let me double check. I know Frost Gillian, I think she becomes the best healer in the game. Temptation. Attack gauge. Heal. 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 I think this was the one. You can buy Frost Gillian, but you can buy Frost Morgan. Yeah, so then Frost Morgan. Which should I pick with Selector? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, obviously depends first of all who do we have as legendaries. And I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to legendaries, because I played free to play, I don't have that much experience on them. I've just been abusing Tristan everywhere, abusing Morgan a lot, and I just recently got Gillian. So when it comes to legendaries, that's why I'm building a tier list with the community. Frost Morgan is amazing, but Gillian Frost will progress your account more. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think that's what people said, right? Is it Frost or Storm 1 where she becomes the best healer in the game? Or one of the best healers in the game? I think it was the Frost one, right? So it has a chance to heal all allies, then another 100% chance to heal all allies. All Lego except Ains and two arena ones. She's orange, oh yeah, she's only 30%. But at least she heals on the basic as well, pretty good, so... Annoying as fuck, yeah. It's annoying when you want to rely on it. Okay, let's jump back to Anguish. So for Anguish, I do believe that, like, yeah, you might use different ones for different elements where you fight. But I do believe his best one is gonna always be the Frost one. Right? Problem is that you can't get Frost Morgan unless you have insane luck in the gacha. Yeah. Okay, so Anguish, like I said, go with Gorgos. 4. I guess I'm gonna give him 4 because again, we assume he's only Chivalry 1. He becomes 5 as Chivalry 8, so if I give him 5 from now, I might be biased. And again, I want to make it as objective as possible, or based on my experiences I can. Plus, like I said, Chivalry 1, that's all it counts. And at Chivalry 8, like you guys said, more dots, 50% chance to land that bleed. That's when he would go as a 5. So for now, he's only a 4. Now, Audrey, I do believe for Audrey, he's not that good. Like, he could bring some damage, so maybe just give him a 2 in the Fire one. Oh, no, wait, which one? In the Storm one. But apart from that, just as a little bit of DPS, just want everything else. I'm thinking 2. The reason I'm giving him 2 is because in the Storm one, he has AoE hit, and this one could be good paired with somebody like a K if you do use him, because I want to think about, like, if people build him early on. Again, think about free-to-play. You might have him. You might build him for Gorgos. Since you already have him built for Gorgos as one of the best ones, but you have the other relics, you might as well use him in the other one. So try to think about it like that as well, right? It's like, he's Chivalry 1, but if you do build him, he's already 6-star. He's one of the ones you have. I don't want to give him just a 1. I want to give him a 2 because he's going to be like, he can bring, you know, he can be an option. If it's 1, people are going to be like, he's trash. There's no point for me to build him, you know? Well, well, well. He does have a stream button. Well, well, well. Sexy Dr. Matt did join us. Anything else is better. Pigment or Gurman. What? You give up. JR, come on, you got this. So do you think I should just give him a 1 because we would use somebody like a K instead then? It is okay to build stuff for specific roles. Okay, so then we would give him a 1 for everything else and just keep him just Gorgos 5 and then everything else 1. You think? I did give him a 3 for Penvid, I guess. He brings a 5 hitter. Arena's 5. I can see also another reason for like Iskalhide with the Frost. He's gonna be strong element. 3 as a DPS in there. Since you would already have him built from Gorgos, no? Because again, this one can hit pretty hard. 5 hits is another option. Maybe not 3 then, maybe 2. Because you can survive. Yeah, Speed Auras will be in the team even if naked. Okay, for Arena. Okay, so Arena 5 for Frost. I'm unable to support you, my friends. Already supporting your voice is all good as it is in the same time. I agree, Wargasm. By the way, people that are on YouTube, if you guys are playing King Arthur and want to support me, there's a way, there's a button you can click. On YouTube, you can see it. If you're on Twitch, it's just pretty much, let me give you the link. It's pretty straightforward. So it's pretty straightforward. That link just says, if you guys purchase something, I get a percentage. Plus, if you're one of my supporters, I can get coupons, right? The more people support me, I can get coupons I can give to you if I do certain tasks, and you're gonna get stuff like stamina, hopefully crystals in the future, you know, other cool stuff like that. 5 in all elements for him. Okay, 5 for Arena. Then Apole, I guess, 1. Arceus again, 1. Then, honestly, I use him in Cerdonos. I'm not gonna lie. I use him in Cerdonos, and I believe he can be good. So maybe 3 or 2. Again, in the Frost one. Over here, I guess I can give him 3 everywhere. Forbidden Dungeon, just maybe a 2. Story, I guess, 3. To like single target focus people. Like this. Because again, when you go in Cerdonos, he does that thing when he charges. Same thing when you get devoured. If you have some decent damage on him, he could work. Or do we think we're not going to use him again? Actually, you know what? We might not use him again because we would use somebody like AK or a Tristan. Or together. So that goes 1. Favorite Dungeon, I guess I can go with 3 everywhere. Because depending on the element, you might use him. Forbidden Dungeon, 1. Story, maybe use him. Something with a real roll is better. Yeah, that's what I guess I gave him once. I did give him some stuff for Favorite Dungeon, because we don't have many options. And then Forbidden Dungeon 1. Story, I guess 1, because you would use K. Oh yeah, sorry, Adiro, I missed your message. Why is not available on Steam now? Yeah, just download from the website. Okay, so pretty much then Anguish, 3 Penvid, 4 Gorgos, 3 for Iskalhaig can be helpful. Or does he steal Iskalhaig buffs? I've not tested, but he can do that, yes. He can do that. If you land a dot, he can steal all the buffs. Hosting the whole family, but wanted to stop by and support the brand. Appreciate you. Always appreciate you, Dr. Matt. Happy Thanksgiving. So he can help. I've never personally used him just for this, but he can do. 10-7 held done. Nice. Congrats, JR. Hashtag Degenerate OP. Yep, Degenerate is definitely OP. Okay, we agree with the ratings over here for Anguish. Adiro Quay, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Also, Wargasm, thank you for the sub on YouTube. I just noticed, my friend. Thank you, thank you. So, favorite dungeons just because it's gonna be useful a bit. Nothing forbidden, nothing story, arena. He's hard for forbidden? You think? Oh, there is one floor that you... So there is one. I see I didn't get there. That's why I'm glad that you're here. I know there's one in campaign. In story, actually, you know what? In story, I can give him a 3 because there's that stage with Merlin where he can put dots as well. So I guess 3 for the Frost one. Floor 97. Oh, and they rotate anyway. So I guess give him a 3 for the Frost one because he brings 3 dots on the Frost. For story and for the Forbidden Dungeon. If you don't have a daughter build for real, you can do, yeah. Hit the like button, everyone. Yep. What makes him strong in the arena? The aura. Activates Burning Land Arena, attack speed 20% for everybody. That can be massive. 20% more attack speed can be huge. In a game where it's all about attack speed. You run him naked in arena but still run, yeah. Will bait people that don't know about his aura, yeah, and then you're gonna have all people be fast, control, one shot kill them. GG. Yeah, he does have the arena one. Okay, so I think we're okay with Anguish, right? Favorite dungeon, Forbidden Dungeon story, some stuff. A little bit for Iskalhaig, I guess. Maybe not a 3, maybe a... Actually, I guess I can leave a 3 in here because he can be a side DPS. Because his Frost will be really well. Can we land dots? Let me double check. I don't think he takes dots. I think most of the bosses don't take dots or take reduced dots. So maybe he's not that good for this. Let me look. Oh no, yeah, I gave him a 3 because he can steal buffs. Yeah, I gave him a 3 because he can steal buffs, so I guess that can be helpful. Plus, he doesn't have dot reduction, unless I missed it. He doesn't have dot damage reduction, right? So he can be good for this one. 3 is a decent DPS, but I'm not sure he can deal decent DPS there. I mean, the boss is not immune to dot. So he can do dot over there, right? Unless I'm missing something. And then he can steal buffs. He has dot reduction. Yeah, why does it not say over here? Oh yeah, my bad. Gain an effect that lowers dot damage by 90%. Yeah, but I'm thinking like the fact that he brings some damage, but he also can steal buffs. That's why I'm putting him in there, right? It's like on the second one, attacks one enemy if the target has dot, steals all their buffs. So with the frost one, it can be really good in there, especially because he would be strong element. I mean, you can because of this. He has a passive where he gives himself effect accuracy increase. We have to have dedicated roles. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He does have this one. Effect accuracy increases his own accuracy. So that would allow him to be like a pseudo damage dealer, buff stealer, you know? That's why I kind of want to give him a bit of rating, because he also does attack increase to himself. So he can be a little bit quirky. Never try maybe. Yeah. So that's why I gave him a bit of a rating there. Okay. Let's go to Sarah. I really want to talk about Sarah. She's definitely amazing healer. Really, really like Sarah. Let's see where Lady Sarah is. Why can't I find her? Okay, there we go. So Sarah. She starts with Storm. I love her. She's a support. Let me just put that over here so we have the right stats. Let me go with Anguish again and be Anguish. Control. That's what he's called. Okay, attack. It's kind of like, you know, the class they're part of. Sarah, I just love Sarah everywhere. I wonder how Anguish dot take an increase. The buff interacts with the boss's passive of a reduced dot. Honestly, I've seen dots do decent damage with his dot increase. Like, I know that I used him in Aldry. In the Frost Bear, right? Used it there, and it's like, you know, it doesn't do insane, but it does, you can definitely see it tick a bit. It's not like, you know, tiny bit because of that, so... But I guess there's more dedicated people. So, let's go. Sarah, support. She's Storm. She's the Queen of Storm. Honestly, I kind of want to give Sarah 5 everywhere as a support. She's amazing. Would it be too much if I give her 5 everywhere? Or at least, you know what? At least with the right relics. She's just so good, right? Like as Storm 1, she brings good healing, defense increase on this one. She brings cleansing, healing here, healing over here. She just removes 1 debuff. On the passive, removes 1 debuff. If you get Chivalry 1, right? You get Chivalry 1, this one reduces the cooldown. So she pretty much always removes debuffs. So I definitely believe she can be 5 everywhere. At least again, with the right element. So let's say in Penvid, should be 5 on the Storm one, because that's all what everybody gets. And that also puts defense up. Buff disruption, exactly. For Iskalhide, we can put her for the buff disruption as well. So in Iskalhide, she'll be a 5 on Frost, 1 on everything else. Gorgos, 1 for Fire, 1 Storm, 5 on Frost, strong element. Aldry, 5 Storm, 1, 1. Because you would only use her in one of these forms. You can use her every except for Arceus. Why do you say that for Arceus though? I'm curious. Let's say 5 for the fire. For Tarask as a healer, she's amazing. Apolea, that's 5 for here, 1 over here. Arceus, I put at 5, but let's see why. Why do you say that she's not good enough for Arceus? She doesn't do much, just heal there. I mean, she heals and brings defense up. Is that not good enough? Actually, let me see. Let's say we would use the fire one, because this is the one that would be strong. Evasion rate decrease on an enemy. Attack gauge disruption, which means he cannot boost attack rage, but he cannot do that. And does damage. You get hit, you die. Attack decrease on all enemies. Plus buff disruption. So she does attack decrease on the fire one. Arthur's puts heal reduction as well. Oh, okay. So the boss puts that. Needs auto-terminator control there. A1 healing. Okay, so wait, the fire one's completely changed her kit. So she does attack decrease and buff disruption. And on the third skill, she does attack gauge disruption and evasion rate decrease for 1 turn. So fire one sucks. So then for ourselves, I guess let's go for race 3 only. She does some healing and defense up, right? But then I gotta change her for where we need her as fire. Okay, for Tarask. I think for Tarask she's not good enough in the fire. I think you would not go fire, you would go with Storm for healing and shield. Yeah, green for Tarask, go with 4, maybe not 5, right? Because 5 would be a Clementine for Tarask. So a 4 for her just because she brings some healing and shields. She can be good, right? Chernonos, I'm definitely giving her a 5. She's amazing. Chrome Kruak 5. In the Storm, Favor Dungeon 5. Forbidden Dungeon 5. Story 5. Because you would mostly go with Storm and then Arena, maybe 4 in Arena, maybe not 5. Don't remember if it is for healing or block buffs in Tarask. I think for healing, because you cannot block buffs, because he cleanses and then puts buffs anyway. I think, right? She's useless in Arena. Oh, really? You would not need any healer in Arena. You just go with damage. I mean, I guess keep in mind, people, they don't have all the legendaries. And no other, like, supports. Would you not use her? Okay, maybe not a 4. Would I not give her a 3 at least? You had to kill fast or die. Yeah, but... I mean, I guess I'm not a big fan of Rina. I don't really like Rina, so... Aura, Shark, Morgan, DPS. Really? That is the team for Arena. Also, it's kind of like, you know, decrease defense, nuke, or whatever. Speed, decrease defense, nuke, kind of like raid. I guess, you know, let me just give her a 2 at least. If, you know, people that don't do that. Three points per win. You need really fast wins. Yeah. I guess I'm going to give her just as a 2 for Arena. If you don't do that, you lose. I mean, I just farm bots in Arena. So, I cannot judge Arena much, you know. I'm just gonna give her a 2, honestly, for this, just because of, you know, the fact that not everyone's gonna do the perfect team like you do it. Or like it's supposed to be done. So, just a 2, just so people know, like, oh, I can use her. Not be like, oh, she's trash for Rina, no point building her. But then everything else we're fine, right? 5 for Master of Death, Favor Dungeon, Forbidden Dungeon, Story, she's amazing healer. I think Arena ratings will change a lot depending on metas eventually. Yeah, that's true. But I think everything else is looking good, right? Everything else... You guys agree? Just one of the ratings, obviously, depending on the relic. Just the fire one is meh. Fire one is like, don't even care about it. We're just giving out tech for free. If so, I'd like to place an order for an extra large bowl of ramen. Jellyfish soda. How's it going? Boom, boom, boom. So I guess that's Sarah. Let's move over to the next one. Next one, let's go with Isold. Okay, again, Isold, I lose a lot. I used a lot. She's really nice. She's really good. She has a fun kit. The only one that I don't know what it does is, let me see the Storm one. So, heals, removes dots, grants recovery over time. Okay, looks good. Heals, grants recovery over time, same thing. And then chance to inflict bleed, and then heals on Chivalry 1. But the Frost one's the one that does also dot and chance to extend it if you have Chivalry 3. But we're not gonna take into account her Chivalry 3. Right, this is where she extends all dots. We're just gonna take into account Chivalry 1. And Chivalry 1, she gets healing when she does the basic attack. So again, she can be really good. Her base relic is Frost. That is not the best healer. Not the best dot, but we consider Fire as a healer. Remove dot and grants recovery of time plus heal. 7% heal. 7% heal, remove dot, recovery. So pretty much the same things. Just they wrote it differently. And then burn. Then this one does burn. And this one does healing. So I guess the best one, honestly, for her would be the Storm one for healing. We just count her as a healer. So I guess we would assume that we have her as a healer and dot remover. And the best one would be the Storm for her. Frost skill 2. Yes, Frost skill 2 removes heals and gives recovery over time. But all of them do the same. Heal and give recovery over time. You can use her as a pseudo healer, I guess. But we would assume that you don't have Sarah, right? We would say, would you build her to use her? Like, if you don't have Sarah, can she be a good healer? Not as good as Sarah, but she would be serviceable. Especially because her A1 heals because of the passive. On Chivalry 1. Here also accounting for skill level ups. Some ranks have some same description with different level ups. No, we're not accounting. We're counting base thing, right? We're counting the base things. Over here, no skill level ups. Just the hero with Chivalry 1. And that's about it. Maybe like passives, right? Because passives for rare, in a month or two, you can easily scroll them all. So if we go, for example, on Isold, let's say Frost is going to be her best space. For Penveed, I guess this would be her best spot as a healer. Because Dot, we wouldn't really care. For Penveed, she would be a pseudo healer. I guess maybe a 3 or a 2 in the Storm Relic, because the Storm is full on healing for her, right? Storm Relic heals on the third skill, heals on the second skill, and obviously heals on the first skill with her Chivalry 1. So again, she's definitely not better than Sarah. As another healer, assuming you don't have Sarah, you would give her a 3. For Gorgos, she would be something like a 4, because she would bring dots and healing. So a 4 I think is a good one. She's obviously not a 5. She's kind of like in between. And then obviously again, she can go to 5 with Chivalry 3, because she extends duration of all the dot. So that can be amazing. And I guess Aldra again, 3 as a basic healer. Tarask, I think Tarask a 1. Because you would have better healers. 1 of 5 in Gorgos, because I don't think she's reliable enough without Chivalry, or like she's not as good with Chivalry 1 than Chivalry 3. Chivalry 3 is that's where she shines. Isn't she in the standard 3-man team? I don't have that, yeah, but like you would want maybe this. Extends dots. That's Chivalry 3. I'm talking about her, Chivalry 1. I mean, you don't really need this if you're going to Degenerate, right? I'm using a Degenerate team. I don't care about her passive. As an example. She's the best healer for Gorgos because she removes dots. But the Degenerate removes all the dots. I mean, let me show you. Let me show you what I'm using. Like, you guys maybe are only using the Merlin one. Let me just get some more stamina over here. I can do Gorgos 10 with this. Anguish, Isold, Sarah, and then him. So I have no legendary in the team, and she just does the good job in here. He puts dots, she extends them, healing, he removes all the dots. It's like free to play, by the way, guys. Come down from your legendaries. Use Ain, Anguish, Rosier, and Lance. Yeah, I'm free to play and I'm using this. She does the job as a, like I said, pseudo healer and dot lander with Anguish, Sarah as the healer, and then him. But you want Chivalry 3, so she's better. She's used in all the teams. She's the best for Gorgos. Is she the best for Gorgos though? For what? For dots? For healing? For removing? It's like you gotta keep in mind everybody can build him as well. I'm not saying she's bad. Again, she's getting a 4. I'm not saying she's bad. I'm saying she gets a 5 with Chivalry 3. So I don't think 4 is bad for her. So again, you gotta keep in mind, I'm not saying it's bad. 4 is not bad. 4 is like next best thing. She'd be 5 with the Jared is what we are saying. They are both equal. I mean, I guess I can go with 5. She's 5 for filling multiple roles. Okay. I guess we can go with 5 then. Both easy builds and both are good dot cleansers. Okay. Yeah. I guess okay, we go with 5. Matrill, hello. How are you doing? Let me see if my YouTube is still around. Okay, it's still, because like sometimes multi-stream chats goes weird. Okay, let's move over. Iskalhide, she's no. 1, you wouldn't use her. Apolea wouldn't use her. Arceus wouldn't use her. Sir Nunos wouldn't use her. I could see giving her a 2 or a 3 for Kruak, because she brings dot remover and that one puts poisons. You'll eventually remove her, but her build up is quite good. Good. And you, I'm doing good. Just working on building a tier list for King Arthur Legend Rise. To, you know, have ready, work with the community, try and get the best that we can out there. Not for Kruak? Isn't that where there's like dots? That she could remove. I guess maybe you wouldn't have the spot, you would just have another healer. No need for healers in Chrome, really? I guess eventually that's what you go for. Just full damage dealer, maybe get them in Drain. 3 damage dealer, a tank. Get them in Drain or whatever. FYI, when you get to Ain, she's 5 in Gorgos. I think she is because she brings that dot immunity, right? Okay, favorite dungeons, I believe I can give her 3 on all of them. Guinevere or the rare for the immunity. What rare for immunity? Is there a rare that can stop you from being devoured? And I didn't know. Because I know Guinevere can stop that. Oh my god, really? Who? Oh my god, look at what I'm learning. Bodwin, I have him and I still get devoured. Does he need Chivalry 3? Oh, okay. So he does it, but you need Chivalry 3. So let's see. Chivalry 3 grants the targeted ally abnormal status immunity. Okay, so one ally is protected. So Chivalry 3, when World Tree's favor grants a targeted ally. Okay, let's see. World Tree's favor. I think that's one of the passives. Oh, okay, so if you scale up this one, you have 2 random allies that get shield and abnormal status immunity. Oh, okay. It's the scale up. It's the scale up that adds another person. Oh, okay, I need to get into Chivalry 3 then. I'm not even blinking. Because I don't think I have a legendary. I use him everywhere, honestly. So I don't think I have aim. Okay. Not even blinking. Chivalry 3 for Bodwin. Boom. Perfect. Good to know that. I didn't think, see? See, I didn't think about that. I didn't look at it. What's Chivalry 8? Because I know that's what it changes as well, stuff. Skill 3 grants all allies receive damage reduction decrease on for 3 turns and activates Divine Light. Removes all debuff from... Oh! Okay, this one's gonna be amazing. It's just 5-turn cooldown. But anyway, we saw that. That's good to know. So moving back to Isold. Let's finish her stuff up. Forbidden Dungeon. Where do you use that? He's good anywhere that you have abnormal status. So, Chrome Kruak, Cerdanos, I think Arceus does it as well. Apolea, Forbidden Dungeon, Story, anywhere that you have abnormal status, you're gonna use Bodwin. Forbidden Dungeon 1, okay, and Story, yes, 1, because for Story you just go Smash. Or no, do we have, is there a part in the story where you have a... Wait, no, you don't care. Arena 1 as well, right? 1 Arena 1, Story 1, Forbidden Dungeon. No, for Forbidden Dungeon, we could put in the Storm one, I guess, a 2. Because you have that Merlin stage, which could be useful with some healing. Or is it that too niche? I guess that one's too niche. No, it's just a 1. Okay, so that's Isold. 3, 5, 3. And then some favorite dungeons, some ratings. And then everything else 1. So that's Isold. Okay, let's see. Who are we jumping on next? Okay, next one I guess that I have built. I guess since we talked about it, let's go with Bodwin, right? Let's talk about Bodwin. Bodwin, I used a lot. Love him. Specifically in Frost, brings attack decrease, share damage, defense increase, all of that good stuff. Good passive with a 50-50 chance to remove abnormal status. And puts the shields, but we're not taking into account this one. We're not taking into account that we already have Chivalry 3. We only have Chivalry 1. So I guess she's support as appears as a class. Let's go to Bodwin. Okay, I think Bodwin's at the top. No. There we go. Bodwin, he's defense. So for Bodwin, Penveed 1, you would not use him. Gorgos 1, would not use him. Aldri 1, you would not use him. Tarask 1, you would not use him. How does sheer damage work against AoE attacks? Does it make a difference for those? I don't think so. I think they take the same damage. Just it helps that he brings defense up as well. Okay, Iskalhide. I guess for this one, he could be good in the Frost one. Does he put, I don't remember, does he put abnormal status? That Fire Dragon. Or just smash, smash, smash. Let's see. Damage, damage taken increase. Attack speed decrease, defense increase. Okay, no abnormal status, so I guess we wouldn't use him then. Gets mark, buff disruption. Okay, so I guess he wouldn't really make the team. Apolea, I think that's the one. Apolea, I think, is the one where he brings the... Haven't used him and also no idea for grades for him. Okay, Bodwin, I think I reuse him a lot. He's amazing for certain stuff. Just trying to double check. Apolea, I think this is the one that does disruptions and stuff. Yep, brainwash, silence, you know, all the crazy stuff. Fear. So I guess he's gonna be A3 for that one, but we're gonna go with his Storm Relic. Because again, against Apolea, that's fire you try to go with the strong one, which is gonna be Storm. And the Storm, he brings sheer damage defense increase, chance to remove dot as well, which can be good. And again, it's just simple hit plus his passive. So the passive has a chance to remove abnormal status and it gives some shields. And we're gonna ignore this line because this one's from Chivalry 3. So I guess he's definitely, like, if you don't have the legendaries, honestly, I might even give him a 4. Because if you don't have the legendary option, he's MVP where you need dot help. And same thing for Arceus, I guess 4-1-1. Same thing, Arcelus does lots of, that's the debuff stuff. Plus he can bring you some protection. Does he want farm that dragon? I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Why wouldn't they? Are the sets that bad? You would eventually farm it as well. For life set at least, like life defense. You don't do Terminator control in Arcelus, you don't have insane damage, you're one. Someone bringing value from just passive itself is good. That's what I'm thinking. And he brings, he can bring the attack penalty. Set, I mean, not even life. I guess could be a good 2-piece set. Because like you need to complete a set. Okay, you would go like you go vigors, you go speed, stuff like that. You're not gonna complete control with all of them. Critical. No, you're gonna go with some life or stuff to forge. Passive now you saw when the dragon is blasting 10 AoE. Vigor plus accuracy, vigor plus counter, vigor plus crit, or DPS belt. Can't use life or defense. Okay, so you're talking more about like, I guess, when you get towards the end. I've not gotten to that point where I have anyone build like that. I think I just have a colon vigor plus accuracy. So then I guess for Arcelus, let's say, okay, we don't use him. Chernonos, though, I think I'm gonna give him a... Okay, not 5, 4. Apollo is bad for fun, but doesn't change that he's good there. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to keep it, because he's good there. I'm gonna give him a 4. The Master of that 4, Krom Kruak, again, 4, maybe, I'm not gonna give him 5, because 5 is gonna be with the Chivalry 3, and again, we assume that we only have Chivalry 0 or 1. Krom, he's 5. Yeah, but again, he's 5 with Chivalry 3. Keep in mind, 5 is better. We have better options, right? That's how you have to keep, without Chivalry is 1. The thing is like this, I still put him in there because he helps cleanse the other damage over time. So maybe not 4, maybe you go with 3. So maybe 3, not 4, okay? Because, yeah, you still have to deal with the devouring and the RNG of, like, having one DPS not be devoured, get yourself out. If he's the next one, have, you know, sustainability. You burst that thing, don't try to tank. I know, but, like, if you don't have the option, if you don't have, you know, you have to think about from the perspective of people that don't have the option of having a Bodwin C3 or a legendary, can he bring some stuff or not? Yeah, with added note, C3, 5 for Krom Kruak. Or maybe not 5, maybe instead of 5, a 4. Because a 5 would be Guinevere. You don't do Krom if you don't have him at C3. Okay, I guess then let's put it like that. Let's put C1 then. C3 or Guinevere or no boss for you. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you're right, because let me show you. I'm not even trying. I didn't even try to do it. I saw how hard it was, how annoying, too much RNG, so I said, you know what, I'm ignoring it. I'm just farming this daily instead. So I guess you have a point. Let's just put it like that. Keep it a 1. And just make him a 4 for Krom Kruak with C3. That's the note. Favored Dungeon, I guess he can be pretty good. Forbidden Dungeon. Honestly, for Forbidden Dungeon, you do have stages. Again, where there are needed the control. So I want to leave him with a 3 at least. You only have 5 tickets per day, so you can't just farm the other until you build a real team. Yep, exactly. It's way too annoying to click retry 50 times a Krom without them. Yeah, that's why I didn't farm it. So for favorite dungeons, I pretty much gave him like 3 because he's decent, you know, deal with the controls because, you know, there's boss stages with control, bring defense up, attack penalty. I think he can be good for those ones. Forbidden Dungeon, again, I believe he can be good because there are stages with lots of control. Like there's one where he puts Brainwash that never disappears. So I believe for that one, for the favorite dungeon, he can be good. Maybe even give him a 4 because of that reason. And I guess the preferred one would be the Frost. Because, or I can give 4 to everything. The Frost one would give him a... attack penalty as well. The fire one just removes a dot, and this one just removes a dot. So I believe that he would be mostly focused on the frost one for Forbidden Dungeon, basically for the sake of his passive. You know, defense increases well, but for the sake of that passive, I do believe he can be a 4 for Forbidden Dungeons. I know I used him, and it was clutch. Without him, I couldn't beat it. Again, he's not 5 because there's better options, but from the rare options, he's one of the very few ones that can deal with abnormal statuses. Happy Thanksgiving, Riggs. How's it going? Hello, hello. I'm still leveling all units that are useful for me. It takes so much time. It does, but you know what? There's only so many characters, right? It's only 55 in the game, yeah, with the relics and stuff, but you'll eventually get to build most of the ones that you use, and you're still gonna start focusing on other stuff. Yeah, it's focus. I mean, look at this. I've been playing for almost a month, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 6 stars, 10, 11. But this one was just built as a DPS. Like, Ban was built as a DPS, didn't really focus him a lot. You need a core for, like, you know, 10 Vid, then Gorgos, some dungeons, Chrome Kruak. So pretty much if you start with the likes of Morgan, Tristan, Kay, Anguish, Sarah, Isold, Bodwin, a colon, the Jared, 9 people, you can cover most of the stuff. You have 8 built units and you do all contents in game. Nice. Okay, let's so that's Bodwin. Let's do one more, I guess, right? Let's do one more. And then I think I'm gonna call it a night because I have some other stuff to work in the background, because nudge nudge wink wink, I'm working on releasing a website. That's why I'm doing the tier list. So yeah, I might debate, I might stream again tomorrow, honestly. You have 36 star, you're dirty spender. Oh boy. Yeah, but I think I might stream again tomorrow so we can keep working on this. Who do we go on next? I guess let me choose another one that maybe I used. Bodwin. Should we go with a colon? I like your tier list format and system. Yeah, I'm trying to make it as complex and as useful as possible. Plus, I'm trying to get people involved. I don't want this to be only Odd One Gaming's tier list. It's tier list that I'm working with the community and that I'm always going to be open to feedback, to change things, to implement, to improve. Like, you know, I want to make this be better and better and better. A colon is 3 for Algae and 1 in rest, so it's easy. Yeah. Only 3 in Algae. I guess he only brings the hit rate reduction, right? So, oh yeah, what type is he again? He's control. One everywhere, and then Algae 3 for this one, and that's it. The arena guy is better because he can do the job naked, so it's hard to compare. Yeah, that's true. Anguish is better. I only use a colon on Algae. She is much better with hide. Yeah, it's a he, by the way. It's a dude. I learned that. It's a dude. It's like, I think in his story, hero overview says, until his interest, he has no chivalry left. So I guess he's just about his storm relic, right? Recovery disruption, nothing over here, nothing over here. Recovery disruption, yeah, he's mad, but he's just the guy for Algae with a 3, and that's about it. Okay, since we did this one this fast, if I have Algae at 5 star, do I push him to 6 star? Or just get Florentius? I'm able to farm Algae 7 right now with a colon. So you mean if you have a colon at 5 star, if you push him to 6 star, or get Florentius? If you can already farm stage 7 at 5 star, I would keep him like that. Florentius can do the job naked. I honestly didn't even look at what Florentius can do. Let me look at his kit. Does he have a passive or A colon 5-star. Yeah, keep him at 5-star if you can do 7 already. He applies a debuff that makes it impossible to heal and lasts the whole fight. Oh, really? Removes all raffle defense from all allies. Inflicts raffle defender on enemy for the rest of the battle. 100% chance to inflict effect resist. Find chant and then raffle defender. Inflicted with evasion rate decrease 2. The rest of the battle cannot heal. Okay, got it. Doesn't need accuracy either. Oh, okay. So you just get him, he lands that, and then GG's. That's crazy. That makes it easier to do Aldry and some other stuff. So I guess might have to look at that. Okay, so A colon, that was pretty fast. Just put in Vigor to keep spamming S2 so it won't screw up the rotation. Yeah. Accuracy, I didn't know that. That's crazy that you don't need accuracy. You know, let's do one more quick one. Let's do Degenerate as well. And then I think we're gonna call it a day. Because I love me Degenerate. I use him, he's a king. Vigor, accuracy, and colon. Yep, exactly. That's how I have him. So what's his class? Support. Okay, let's put support for Mr. Degenerate. Then favor. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the favor ball. I'll add that to the other ones later. Okay, so Degenerate for most of the stuff 1-1-1. He's 5 for Gorgos, the king, 1 for everything else. I do have some exceptions though. You might call me crazy. I use them in Forbidden Dungeon. Okay, take it easy on OS. Thank you for the help. Appreciate it. Thank you for the help. Hopefully see you tomorrow if I go live again. So I use them in Forbidden Dungeon. I'm not gonna lie. He can come in clutch. Like I have several videos where I got stuck and he just came in clutch with that attack gauge boost and the dot removal. And pretty much I think the same thing maybe for Favor Dungeon. Just give him my 3. Not too high. 1 for everything else. He's useless. But I believe can have a use in Favor Dungeon. Can have a use in Forbidden Dungeon. And you know what? Maybe even Story. Maybe even Story he could have a use. If we have stages with dots. Just don't remember. I think, oh yeah, there are the lizard ones. The ones where you have the worms, not the lizards. Okay. So let me see. I think that's okay. They made some unique uncommons, which is nice. Hope to use them more at some point. Yeah, I hope that, and if we don't use them now, I hope they're gonna release more areas where they're gonna be useful. But I do believe that Degenerate, again, I use them in Favor Dungeon, I use them in Forbidden Dungeon. I believe he has a use, so that's why I gave him some points. Maybe I'm gonna change my mind later for Story, but for now I'm gonna leave 3. And then obviously everywhere you're not gonna use him. He's 100% the king of Gorgos. There's nobody better in Gorgos than him at removing dots, honestly. From my point of view, he's the best in slot. As in the sense of like, he's the most obtainable one. So, I think, what do I think? I think I'm just gonna have a look. Where are we gonna, we're gonna call it? Also easy to ascend, exactly, easy to ascend with lesser potions. I think I'm gonna call it today, because again, it's getting late. I still gotta work, by the way. Surprising or not, I still gotta work. Because, you know, gotta prepare stuff, like I said, for the website. Let's, I guess we're gonna drop the raid to somebody. Let's see, is there anybody on King that play King's pay? Oh, I cannot speak. Plays King Arthur on Twitch right now that we can raid to? And then for YouTube, we're just gonna call it a night. If you guys know anybody that plays King Arthur on Twitch, drop me their name, we can raid there. There's no comment that has a hit, all 80% chance to defense down that seems like it could be usable. Yep, that one could be a good one. Okay, let's see. Let's be a raid. Let's see. Who do you have that plays King Arthur on Twitch right now? So there's only 2 people. There's PyCaf, JYFFX. They're French though, so I'm hoping to find someone that speaks English, maybe. Let's see. Irisia, the Cryptic Gamer, Eodfell, Angelescas. I guess. Does anybody know anybody that plays like King Arthur that you want me to raid? If not, I guess EOD fell. Let's just raid him. Right? See that he's an English speaker. He's playing this. And why not? Okay. Yep, there we go. I guess thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the help. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope this was helpful. And like I said, maybe tomorrow I might be doing this again. Might be jumping again tomorrow on stream. I will let you guys know in Discord so we can continue on this. If not, take care everyone. See you next time. Peace, love. Bye.